The DRX documentary, How Underdogs Made League of Legends History. DRX The Rise.
San Francisco, let me hear you! While both teams hail from Korea's LCK, their roads to the Summoners Cup could not be more different. It is my distinct honor to introduce to you your 2022 League of Legends World Championship finalists!
Bro, how is it even possible that DRX won this? They had a bot lane, they had the worst jungler by far, and a bot lane that couldn't lane 2v2. Like, do you understand that in this series, Beryl and Deft got murdered like every game bot? Like, they were just like 20 CS down by default every single game bot, and their jungler is just running it down the whole series, and they somehow win. How could that ever be possible?
내 결승에 온 건가 사실 이게 맞나?
Here in the finals, for the first time as an organization, bringing new blood and old to the ultimate field of battle. Give it up for DRX!
DRX in World Finals is crazy.
An epic finals here for the greatest organization in the history of League of Legends, T1 and Faker versus DRX, the greatest underdog run in world's history.
You know, I think that this T1 team, this is really important, I think, because when teams now are labeled as chokers, people act like they are destined to be choker teams forever. I mean, I act like that with Top Esports, but Top Esports, we're removing Top Esports from this. That team, they're always going to be chokers, all right? Outside of Top Esports, who are clearly going to be fraudulent no matter what, they're just cursed. I don't know if their home base is on a Indian burial ground. I don't know what the it is. Top Esports, remove them from the equation. But some teams that choke can overcome it. And T1 was actually a team that was known for mega choking. Like, they were losing every finals. This was a series where they were massive favorites. It was like 1.0 to like 1.25 to like 4 odds or some shit in this series. Like, DRX was a team that should have had no chance of ever winning. MSI Finals was another time where this T1 lineup was supposed to win. They choked. Zeus specifically was playing really bad in a lot of these big moments. You know, 2023, they choked again in Spring Finals. They were known as a choker team. And it feels like no one considers T1 a choker. I mean, obviously, you shouldn't consider T1 a choker team anymore. But it feels like no one even remembers that T1 used to be the choker team. They were the #1 team that people were talking about as a choker team because they kept on losing in every single final, you know? And then in 2023 Worlds, they clutched up versus JDG. They were able to win that. That obviously wasn't the finals. That was the semifinals. Effectively the finals, though. And then since then, it feels like they've been just progressively getting more and more clutch where they rise to the occasion as opposed to, you know, just fall off at the end of the tournament. They were just a bad team, straight up bad.
Welcome everybody, we are here for the final day of the regional qualifiers for the LCK. We're going to be sending our 4th seed to Worlds from this region.
Holy shit, Juhan.
저는 이제 LCK도 우승해봤고 LPL도 우승해봤고 또 MSI도 우승해봤는데 아직까지도 월즈를 우승을 해본 적이 없어서 저한테 마지막 남은 목표는 월즈 우승인 것 같아요.
There was almost no one that actually believed that DRX was going to do it.
외부에서 봤을 때 얘네 잘하네 하면 또 흩어지고 근데 그렇게 흩어졌다는 거는 보통은 다시 복구하는데 시간이 걸리는데 또 1년 만에 또 좋은 멤버로 또 구상해서 흩어지고
Do it.
우승해봤고 또 적이 없어서 해봤는데 아직까지도 월즈를 우승해본 적이 없어서 저한테 마지막 남은 목표는 월즈 우승.
Honestly,
근데 얘네 잘하네 하면 또 흩어지고.
Wait, Shine was the DRX coach? He was like the third coach or something, no?
흩어졌다는 거는 보통은 다시 복구하는데 시간이 걸리는데 또 1년 만에 또 좋은 멤버로 또 구상해서 오고 그게 좀 이렇게 폭이 들쑥날쑥하는 게 진짜 많이 신기한 것 같아요.
Were they a constantly up and down team?
King, and this was a player that in 2021 spring was quite good at times, right? He was never a standout player, but he was a respectable top laner that could really get some work done. Even at the start of summer, I think he was the one player on the team that I thought was not amazing, but pretty decent. Piosik as a player, when he's good, he's amazing and everything works. But when he's playing poorly, he doesn't make one mistake, he makes 10 mistakes, and he shows it because he's a very emotional player. Zeka was...
I'll be honest, I always thought Piosik was bad. Even when he was winning Worlds, I was like, how the f is like Piosik gonna actually win Worlds? I feel like he's similar to Beryl, but just worse. I don't know, like, he's had a lot of really bad runs. I mean, he's like pretty good at Kindred sometimes, but I just don't actually believe in Piosik. I don't know. It's like, even, like, he won this Worlds. When do you have this? The jungler who wins Worlds comes to NA or EU, and you actually don't think that they're going to, like, be the best. That's very strange that this guy won Worlds in 2022, came to NA the next year with TL, and you're like, maybe he could be like the third best jungler. It's like you're expecting that the NA junglers are going to be better than him.
A interesting choice for DRX because he came up on KT Academy. He was a player that
retired
went
now or
to
what?
the
No.
LPL
He pretty much, he plays for DNF.
very
It's
early
the closest thing you can be to retired.
on in his career, and a lot of mid laners that directly go to the LPL generally stay there for a longer amount of time. DRX was able to identify that he was a player with a lot of promise. Barrow in particular is really notorious for always trying to experiment and draft. He watches a lot of other leagues as well, trying to always find new strategies. Deft in Korea,
Wait, really?
always trying to experiment and draft. He watches a lot of other leagues.
Does Barrow watch a lot of other leagues as well? You know, I don't believe that shit. Okay, you're telling me that, but from what I've heard, and I have like sources within like the team, obviously, like I've heard that Barrel is like somebody who like he'll just show up and perform when it matters, but he does actually play a lot of Genshin and stuff. He's not somebody who's just watching a lot of other games. Like he actually plays a lot of gacha games. That is not just a meme where it's like, oh yeah, he plays gacha games. Like sometimes, like no, he like grinds gacha games. And I just doubt that during his gacha grind, he is actually watching a ton of other leagues. Because I watch like a ton of other leagues myself. So I want to let's take tests, bro. Let's start remembering games that happened this season, Beryl. Me and you. And let's see if you actually are watching other leagues. Because I swear that just sounds wrong to me. I mean, I have no proof, right? I have no evidence. I could just be a hater. It just doesn't seem like Beryl's the type of guy that's like watching LEC and I mean other leagues, right? When they say other leagues, it's like LPL and then what else? It would have to be LEC, LTA. I mean, there's only LEC. Maybe is he watching PCS? Beryl, you watching PCS? Okay, maybe.
As well, trying to always find new strategies. Deft in Korea, obviously, he'd been one of the best AD carries for 8-9 years at the time. And he was also a player who went to EDG and got a really big fan base there. I don't even know if he feels personally like he was mechanically as good as he was at some of his highlight periods, right? Like 2015 or 2018.
It can only be one of the two teams that we do have here tonight. It is Liv Sandbox against Direct. You know, I think Liv Sandbox, on paper, from what we've seen this season, they should be the better team.
우리 될까? 제가 그 전에 인터뷰에서도 막 이 팀 올라갈 확률이 정말 30%도 안 되는 것 같다 그 얘기는 했는데 팬분들한테 그래도
No, that's so based actually. Like in an interview I said that there was a 30% chance, but realistically I thought that there was 0 chance. Nice, based.
희망을 드리고 싶어서 30%라고 얘기했지. 제가
so good.
정말 느꼈던 감정은
Fucking
10%도 안 될 것
he's a
같다
real one.
했었거든요.
맞춰가면 안 되겠다. 왜냐면은 맞춰가지 않고 우리가 제일 잘할 수 있는 걸로 팀의 원동력을 만들어야겠다.
근데 우리가 쓸데없이 호전적이거나 아니면 남이가 시야를 먹을 때 누군가가 죽어. 그러니까 그래서 안 하는 거긴 해. 내가 했을 때.
근데 지금 뭔가 정리가 잘 돼, 다 같이 똑같이 돼 있는 건지 잘 모르겠어요. 그러니까 애초에 저희 옛날에는 뭐 세라 상대로 루시안 남이 상대로 세라도 좋다 했잖아요. 그럼 사실 루시안 남이를 배날 필요가 없는 거잖아요. 저희 세라를 안 건드리면.
그치.
근데 그냥 루시안 배나잖아요. 그러니까 뭔가
정리가 되고 밴을 하는 건지 그러니까 뭔가
그건 정리가 되고 변하는 거긴 해. 그러니까
Damn, my decision is final.
일말의 여지 없이
Damn, bro. Actually, that's fucking based. My decision is final. We're banning Lucian because I don't want to see Beryl play his disgusting Seraphine in one of our games. You hear me? Okay, perfect.
루시안 남이라는 바텀 픽이 굉장히 고평가를 받고 있었는데 저희 팀은 그냥 과감하게 안 하는 쪽으로.
Looks like they've got their eyes on the Belveth. Wukong is what they used last.
Wait, he was able to convince him. He was able to convince him over time because they ended up leaving up Lucian Nami and playing into it.
제리 룰루로 루시안 나미를 상대하는 방법을 어떻게든 깎아보자 해서 그 선발전 기간 동안 정말 그 구도밖에 안 했거든요. 근데 되게 운이 좋게도 어떻게 저희를 상대했던 팀들이 다 루시안 나미를 해줘서.
Frontlining, that's going to be the Zeri ultimate stolen for closer, as he is going to
I mean, it sounded based. I mean, he didn't get his way at the end of the day. Like, the coach ended up compromising and he gave over Lucian Nami. But it's like, if you just didn't watch this game, then it would sound like, holy bro, this coach, like, that's a real coach right there.
the GA, I suppose, and he does Kingslayer here, but at the end of the day, it's Deft, and it is DRX. They will be bringing us to Silver Scrapes.
그거를 이제 강코진이랑 얘기를 해서 과감하게 버린을 판단을 했던 게 저희가 선발전을 뚫고 올라갈 수 있었던 가장 큰 힘이었던 것 같아요.
Another game 5 in Korean regional qualifiers.
그러니까 많은 거야.
아니 착시 좋냐?
저 초콜릿 있으니까 좀 저거 좀.
야 어제 얘들아.
By the way, I fully believe that if Pioshik played this, they wouldn't have made Worlds. Like, if you remember how the team was trending, if you remember what was happening, it's like Pioshik was so mental boomed. He was in such a bad form that Juhan coming in actually saved the team. Even though Juhan only played, I think he played like one game at Worlds in the play-ins, he still was important to this team. They would have definitely lost with Pioshik in this regional qualifier.
진짜 이거 이제 왔어.
어제 예방 주사 맞았잖아. 느낌 알잖아.
그래.
어?
해달라고 누가.
몇 개 맞지? 너야 우리는 예방 주사 맞았어.
경험이 있어.
거기는 지금 코비드 지금 들어와서 정신 못 차리는 거야 지금. 어?
너도 성장하고. 알았어.
이거 이기면 이제 롤드컵 간다. 뭔가
Bro, those are
이런 게
nice
그때는
green rooms. What the
컸었어요.
Bro, their green rooms are fucking insane. Look at their green rooms at LOL Park. The ones in LCS are the same ones we had from 10 years ago. Nice. That shit's a closet. There's no windows, there's nothing.
이거 이기면 이제 롤드컵 간다. 뭔가 이런 게 그때는 더 컸었어요. 그래서 사실 시즌을 빨리 마무리하고 싶지 않으니까.
It is the way of Live Sandbox. DRX on the cusp of qualifying to Worlds and making it into play-ins. Can Live Sandbox punish them here? They're trying to kill the Soraka again. They're going to get close to Term. Does get it, but the ult is off and a massive counter-strike again. Kingen hits 3 of them. And this should be the ending fight. DRX are going to push and go to Worlds as the 4th seed from the LCK.
Crazy.
I cannot believe it.
Zika Silas, the beginning, bro.
4th seed from the
Zika Silas. Honestly, let me look at this draft. This is literally a f***ing monster Silas angle. They have the team comp 3 melees, 2 range. You can only have 3 of one type of range. It's either 3 melees, 2 range, or 3 range, 2 melees, or the comp's unplayable. That's the theory. But honestly, playing Silas in this game versus where you have an Ari ult, a Vi ult, they don't have like that many ways to CC you. Like, they have one way to chain CC you, but you have other things that can go in for you. It's a f***ing great situation. Look at the old Vi build as well. The Chemtech, or the Chainsword, Chempunk Chainsword. This was the meta back then. Look at how fucking poor these junglers are when the game is ending. This guy doesn't even have a second item. Neither does this guy. Cool.
LCK.
I cannot believe it.
그 되게 어긋나 있던 톱니바퀴 같은 것들이 딱 맞춰졌구나 그런 느낌을 받았던 것 같아요. 우리 팀 드디어 팀이 됐구나.
Welcome in Mexico City.
애초에 월즈를 올해 이제 하기 전에는 한 번도 가본 적이 없었어가지고 그냥 이제 프로 선수 생활하면서 한 번은 이제 큰 국제 대회에서 뛰어보고 싶다는 생각을 약간 하면서 이제
월드는 모든 선수가 이제 가고 싶어하는 꿈의 대회라고 생각해요.
Most people think that this team should absolutely go undefeated and be the first seed out of this group. Probably the most dangerous game is this one here today, where they go up against DR.
Bro, this setup, this was like the Mexican studio, right? They had it in Mexico, and this is the setup that Yamato tells all those stories about, where like he tested positive for COVID. Like this is back when like COVID was a thing. You can see everyone's like masked up here, right? Look at my goat right there. Who's that guy? Who's that guy right there? Yamato was backstage because he tested positive for COVID. He got a false positive test. So he was backstage and he couldn't hear the players. And he told the person that he couldn't hear the players, and they just told him that no, he could hear the players. And they just kept on drafting.
RX from the LCK.
I think that's the big thing is obviously there's names like Deft on the side of DRX, but in terms of recent performance, the fact that they had just won Spring, Xiaohu is, you know, the winningest LPL player basically ever with 5 titles, 3 MSI titles. Like he's the king of Spring for a reason, and to have him in
skinny Xiaohu, bro, this guy was dangerous.
Play-ins this early just feels insane.
RNG가 그 원래 이제 MSI 우승하기도 했었고 애초에 잘하는 팀이었고 이제 솔직히 사시드라고 불릴 만한 팀이 아닌데 이제 프린에서 제 롤드컵 첫 경기에 이제 첫 상대로 만나는 게 좀 많이 부담되기도 했었고 긴장도 많이 했었는데.
Bro, I fucking love Zika, man. I just always want Zika to succeed. Like there's something just, I don't know why I fuck with Zika so hard. It's like I hate seeing him struggle right now in Hanwha Life. It's honestly like one of those things where when I really like a player, then whoever's holding them down, like right now Peanut's holding Zika back. Hey, Peanut's getting the flame.
Kingan gets caught out by that cease and desist. Infiltrates by some time. Way's taking a lot of damage, but Breeze closes it out. 2-0-1 on a Jax versus first tower and an instant tower reply. This is where you start to get nervous for DRX.
이제 작년에 팀을 이제 RNG에서 제가 있었는데 RNG 너무 잘 파악하고 있어가지고 어떻게 나올지 너무 보였어요.
He should get Pioshik. I mean, honestly, that's like the most comparable juggler. He's just like a bad version of Peanut. He's like if Peanut never did smart things and was only mechanics. That would be it.
전날부터 이렇게 하면은 이길 수 있을 것 같은데 하고 했던 것 같아요.
Oh, Chains caught inside the Twilight Shroud, and all of a sudden RG starting to back away. Breathe has found a flank opportunity onto Death. Gets the leap in power. Did not use the counter strike. Holding on to it.
Nice. Kingan was just playing a ton of fucking Aatrox.
Was beautiful. The tree does it, and RNG are getting dunked. 4 members down, 1 remaining, and Xiaohu's running for his life.
그때 자신감이 확 들었던 것 같아요. 원래 우리 팀이라면은 이렇게 지고 있던 상황에서.
Nice. So the LPL just the LPL MSI champion losing this series. I mean, if people don't remember what the context was here, they won MSI with Bin, and everyone's like, damn, this RNG team is super strong. And then in summer, they got Breathe because of like the trade-off or whatever, because there was the contract stuff that people talked with like BLG owning the contracts. So in summer, they ended up getting Breathe, and then the team just looked way less coordinated. So that was the context to this RNG being like MSI champions. It's like they won MSI and then they had a roster change instantly.
그때 역전을 할 수 없는 팀이었는데 우리 팀 이제 지고 있어도 역전할 수 있는 팀이 됐다. 그냥 그 느낌을 확 받아서
super impressive, and that was when I really kind of went, okay, DRX, looking good.
Off the side of DRX. Nothing that they can do. DRX and IWillDominate. RNG.
저희가 이제 선발전부터 롤드가 끝날 때까지 다들 습관적으로 했던 말이 있는데
재밌게 하자 얘들아.
재밌게 하자. 그냥 경기 시작 선발전 첫 경기 시작할 때부터 우리 재밌게 하자. 네, 그렇게 시작을 했었는데.
No, that is the shot by Barrel. Knocked back over. Ignite is on. He's crying and he's gonna die. Barrel
gets the solo kill on Starscreen.
I get such like insane like poser vibes from the Red Bull Gaming Twitter account. I don't know. I see it all the time, but I don't know why. I just get weird vibes from the Red Bull Gaming Twitter account. It's like you just randomly, it's like, yeah, bro, we love esports. It's like, all right. I don't know. Like I just get a weird vibe from it. I've always got a weird vibe from the Red Bull Gaming Twitter account. It just seems like very like disingenuous or like corporate or something strange. It just feels like posery to me.
Cycle it through the spellbook. No, it was Death's TP making sure it happens. They have enough minutes to kill the Nexus. A 25-minute slot. I guess they'll go back to the turrets. They'll finally kill him. And the Nexus will drop. DRX get the comeback when it's secure first place.
With their experience in the LACK, DRX earned their place in the main event in New York. Despite entering as the 4th seed, they have surpassed all expectations by ultimately clinching the top. They have earned their place.
This is crazy, bro.
Kill him, and the Nexus will.
This was the Mad Lions team that got like 3-0'd by EG when EG didn't even play with Danny. That's crazy.
DRX get the comeback when it's secure first place.
With their experience in the LACK, DRX earned their place.
Wait, what did he say?
With their experience in the LACK.
Did he call it the LACK? Did he call it the LACK?
DRX get the comeback when it's secure first place.
With their experience in the LACK, DRX earned their
I don't know. I don't know what that is. That's some AI. I don't know what the fuck I just heard.
Place in the main event in New York. Despite entering as the 4th seed, they have surpassed all expectations by
some AI or what?
By ultimately clinching the top spot in the rankings.
DRX ultimately clinched the top spot in the rankings in the League of Legends play-in stage of the World Championship 2022. They then went to New York to represent the LACK in New York City. Excellent, man.
There they joined 3 other LCK teams, T1, Genji, and Danwon Kia.
Yep. This is a good tournament, bro. This is a good tournament. Fucking flanker, bro. 100%.
DRX 생각보다 경쟁력이 있을 수는 있겠다라고 생각을 했어요. 그렇게 그룹 스테이지에 올라왔는데 이제 로그가 상대였죠. 유럽의 우승팀 로그랑 맞붙게 됐는데
2 minutes to go before we dive into the games. It's time to put you two on record. Rogue versus DRX. Let's get to some predictions.
So a lot of people are going to call me
the top esports group. This is like this is the beginning of top esports. I wouldn't say it's the beginning of top esports underperforming, but top esports in 2020, their underperformance was like, oh, we're the champions of LPL and we lost in semifinals of Worlds to another LPL team that we beat all year. This was crazy, bro. They were in a group. Top Esports was in a group with DRX, which was considered the weakest Korean team, Rogue, and fucking GAM. And they didn't make it out, bro. What the fuck?
But it's hard not to predict Rogue in this situation. It is Europe's first seed against
DRX. That doesn't seem very hard to say. DRX.
No, I'm saying Rogue. I'm saying it's quite comfortably a Rogue win, I feel. Rogue's early game has proven to be extremely dominant. I'm confident in their consistency in their draft, and I feel like that they just have more lanes to play to than DRX.
그래서 처음에 이제 플레이 스테이지 치를 때만 해도 누구를 주전 정글러로 써야 되나라는 얘기들이 많았던 걸로 알아요. 그래서 실제로 주한 선수랑 표식 선수가 번갈아 나오기도 했었고
뭔가 정글러들의 주전이 정해지지 않았고 또
Bro, this guy is just being racist. He said, we're watching this documentary and he's like flaming, he's just saying racist Chinese insults to these guys are Korean. I guess he's so... Dude, honestly, it's like... So he is trying to be racist, but at the same time, it's like he can't differentiate between Koreans and Chinese, so there's like some beauty in that, you know?
같이 게임하는 입장에선 둘 다 굉장히 불안정하다는 느낌을 많이 받았었거든요. 그래서 뭔가 팀원들과 얘기할 때도 이거 위험하겠는데 이런 생각을 저는 가지고 있었는데
It's already goal time. Ulti comes down for good measure. Kingdom will just simply die. No one's even around him. They rest from leave. And it's his 5th death of the game. 15-9.
The Maokai top. Holy shit. Look at the fucking comp. How the hell did Rogue win versus DRX with these 5 players, bro? Odo, Malrong, Larson, Kump, and Trimby. How is it winnable? It's because teams know to play Western comps. Play a tank top, control mage mid, some jungler that is like just going to be strong naturally, and let it ride.
Caught by the double, burns the stopwatch, resurrecting now as Zeka runs away, but no one is left to watch the
내가 좀 많이 실수한데?
They will find their first win of the World Championship, their first time winning the LEC and so far.
여기 팔이 짧아서 잘 싸워야 되는데.
The Nexus falls and Rogue is up.
이걸 그냥 무조건 이겨야 돼. 그리고 반대팀은 졌어야 돼. 우리가 반대팀이었으면 우린 졌어야 돼.
그때 좀 막 감독님도
Sounds like me versus C9 when we played against Shopify.
선수들도 좀 되게 힘들어했던 것 같아요. 이 힘들게 싸워왔던 이 톱니바퀴가 다시 무너지나?
애들 없으니까 하는 말인데 어떻게 보면 계속 이렇게 정글 왔다 갔다 바꿔서 쓰고 있잖아. 근데 진짜 좀 내가 더 잘해줘야겠다는 마인드 계속 가졌으면 좋겠어. 그냥 그거 좀 올려놔라. 그러니까 내가 말하고 싶은 건 딱 그거야. 진짜 이 악물고 한번 해보자. 못할 거 아니야.
Based. Nice. Because of DRX, think about how good of a team DRX was. Not only did they win Worlds, they also made Larson probably around $2 million after he won LEC and then won this game and got out of groups. That's a fucking goated team right there. Gave Larson a fucking 4-year contract after this. Well played.
지금 뭐 들고 있어? 말해봐.
나 지금 늑대 먹고 있어.
블루도 거기 다음에?
아니 블루 스타트.
블루 스타트하고 늑대? 상대 인베올 것 같아?
아니 안 들어올게.
재하가 진짜 많이 얘기해줬지. 그런 동선 같은 거에 대해서 계속 그냥 평소에 쉬는 시간에도 계속 얘기하고 그냥 너 상대가 이거 먹었어. 너 뭐 먹어. 막 이런 식으로. 상대 여기 나왔어. 너 어디로 갈 거야. 이런 식으로 그냥 계속 그 섀도우 복싱이라고 하죠.
월드컵 때 마음가짐은 진짜 꼭 잘 해가지고 이거는 내 인생에 있어서 이거를 이겨내지 못하면은 앞으로 뭘 하든 실패할 것 같다라는 생각만 들 것 같다 싶어가지고.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the State Farm Analyst Desk ahead of our final game of the day. Another LCK LPL clash between DRX and Top Esports.
Pioshik's back, and Pioshik and Juwon have been playing hot seat with the jungle position in DRX.
It's going to be so hard. New York City, Hulu Theater, put your hands together. You think DRX will win this game? I want to see how loud they get. New York, do you think Top will win this game?
Damn, bro, there was more. That's back when LPL used to have fans, because LPL won 3 out of the last 4 Worlds going into this one. And then they started losing every time.
Pioshik's got himself 3 already. Knight gets at least 1 back, but the tower falls. That's 2 more. The Quadra, the Ace, the base. DRX have done it.
Pioshik was so huge in this game, making sure Dracula's famous Draven couldn't take over.
New York City, you will remember the day that DRX struck back against Top Esports.
TES 전에 창현이가 꽤 활약을 잘했거든요. 그래서 자기 스스로 좀 자신감도 올라가고 했던 것 같아요. 그래서
그 되게 뒤쳐져 있다는 느낌은 좀 많이 들었던 것 같고, 그래가지고 되게 뭔가 조금 열심히 준비하긴 했는데 그래도 표식이 형이 더 잘하는 것 같아서 네.
Fucking wayward, man.
But we need our matchup. So before we get into the draw, first the rules. The first place team qualifying from each group will be placed against the second place team from a different group.
아렌지라고?
거기 여정 어디 있었나?
파스 아렌지라. 아니네. 여기 한국 시간으로.
You're right, it's
DRX. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Who's it gonna be?
EDG.
우리 아니 EDC라고 몇 번 말해.
이제 제가 할 때 같이 했던 선수들이 아직 남아 있어서 그 선수들이랑 경기에서 붙는 게 진짜 너무 오랜만이어서 재밌을 것 같아요. 8강 준비를 하는데 스크림이 너무 안 되는 거예요. 경기 전날에 제가 이제 팀원들한테
scolded them.
지금 똑바로 하고 있는 거 맞냐? 이거 경기처럼 하고 있는 거 맞냐? 맞으면은 아니면 이게 뱀픽이 크게 잘못됐냐? 그게 아니면은 우리 팀 내일 못 이길 것 같다 이런 얘기를 했었거든요.
Hello everyone and welcome to Worlds 2022 for our final day of the knockout stage here at the Hulu Theater in Madison Square Garden. Gen G now await the winner of our last quarterfinal face-off between the reigning world champions EDG and the dark horse DRX, and will be the team that DRX has to take down if they want to keep their world's hopes alive.
They are our reigning world champions. They absolutely have the capability.
So yeah, it's easy to jump to defending world champs for EDG. That's a pretty easy tagline.
EDG versus DRX was a incredibly cool matchup for a number of reasons. EDG used to be Deft's old team, so he was very impactful there. Deft saw his old teammates win Worlds.
사실 처음에는 이제 메이코 선수랑 스카우 선수가 우승하는 걸 봤을 때 처음에는 되게 축하하는 마음이 생겼다가 뭔가 갈수록 저 선수들은 나랑 같이
That's human, bro. That's some real shit that Def just said. That's some real shit right there. Like, bro, no one wants to see their former team win. No one wants to see their former team. Like, you want to see them. You're like, oh man, I'm happy for you, bro. But like, that shit feels horrible. I was praying on Dignitas' downfall. When I got banned, I was like, they better look worse without me. It just is what it is.
그랬는데 나는 아직도 점점 멀어져가는 느낌을 많이 받았어서 좀 힘들었던 것 같아요. 제 생일이 항상 월즈 기간 동안이었거든요. 그래서 저는 월즈에서 우승한 적이 없으니까 8강을 넘은 적이 없으니까
Interesting.
그냥 항상 지고 나서 보내는 생일이었고 기쁘게 보낸 적이 없는데
My birthday is also a day of sorrow these days. Every fucking year it's like 35. What the is 35? Jesus. I don't even think until this moment I've internalized that I'm 35. Like, I mean, like, I knew it was my birthday and shit, but it's like, but I'm fucking 35. God damn, despair. Bro, when it hits 40, it's like, at that point, it's just GG.
TP's to the top lane. They've got to get back to the base. They've got to answer him. Double TP. They're going. They send more. Sedge gets the stun, but inside the pit, they're still playing for Baron.
Oh man, this is the throw, bro. I don't know how the did DRX come back from this throw? This throw? How did they come back from this shit?
Def kills turret number 1. He kills turret number 2, and the Nexus is in his eyes.
The respawn. Oh! Oh! It's too crazy.
He cannot get the stun. The game was in your hands, Def.
억제기로 향하는
As a 41-year-old, I find this take offensive. All right, put your dentures back in and shut the f*** up.
판단이 너무 좋았잖아요. 그 순간적으로 데프트
41, like that's crazy.
선수랑
I'm never
텔레포트를
gonna be
빠르게
41.
찍고 넥서스를 공격을 했었는데 저는 그거 보면서 와 이런 생각을 했구나. 정말 그 넥서스를 치고 있을 때 저도 모르게 박수를 쳤거든요. 근데 경기가 안 끝나는 거예요. 저도 뒤늦게 파악을 했어요. 상황이 어떻게.
You know, if T1 won this game versus EDG, if this was EDG, versus DRX, if T1 was EDG, people would be like, T1 calculated their inhibitor respawning here. That's why they knew they could go Baron.
어떻게 된 건지. 해설자분들께서도 순간 말을 잊지 못하셨잖아요. 그 넥서스가 갑자기 생성이 되고 데프트 선수가 크게 저항도 하지 않고 이제
Honestly, I wouldn't say that anyone would be able to calculate it, but I'll never put anything past Faker.
리얼이 서서 죽음을 당하는데
Jesus.
거기서 데프트 선수의 허망함이 그대로 전달이 저한테 되더라고요. 어떻게 보면은 선수들이 제어를 할 수 있는 부분이 아니라서 그런 부분들은 온전히 운에 맡겨야 되는 상황이었는데 정말 최악의 수가 발생을 한 거죠.
멘탈 나간 사람 없지?
어이가 없어서 저진건 상관없는데 내 눈앞에서 그 넥서스 피가 올라갔고
Just thinking about it, if that happened in my game or in a normal game, where like you're one auto attack away from winning and then it doesn't happen and then you lose and you have to go back, I don't know how I would recover. And they're like they just didn't care.
Yep.
아 몰라 그냥
Underdog buff.
자 하이 후회는 나중에 야 그냥 뭐가 나와도 이긴단 마인드로 해야 될 듯. 야 할 수 있어 우리. 야 저거 나와주면 땡큐야. 저건 좀 싫긴 하지만 저건 나쁘지 않지만 할 수 있어 할 수 있어. 오케이 내가 잘하면 이긴단 마인드야 어차피. 야 할리 해라 그냥.
Bro, Zika is actually a goat, bro. Holy shit. I didn't know Zika was like that. In the DRX run, Zika was like this? This is crazy.
야 그냥 뭐가 나와도 이긴단 마인드로 해야 될 듯. 야 할 수 있어 우리. 야 저거 나와주면 땡큐야. 저건 좀 싫긴 하지만 저건 나쁘지 않지만 할 수 있어 할 수 있어. 오케이 내가 잘하면 이긴단 마인드야 어차피. 야 할리 해라 그냥. 때려줄게.
Damn, Zika was like that? He was like that? Because that was literally the energy he had in game. But like, it's crazy that he actually was just saying this shit to his teammates.
Is Shirelia's diff. It is, of course, it's not good for now, but you still know that Renata can give teammates.
Scout was fucked.
Taste when you land a spell on a teammate.
I mean, look at this game, bro. This game, even before this, it looked like EDG was going to win this game for free. They threw, I think, once before this on like mid lane. I think something bad happened to them before this. But it felt like EDG was just going to 3-0 them.
Even more above that one as well. And they're going to walk away. Zek getting shunked down to half HP. Rendon and pushed out. They're still playing in this fight. Fiora TPing in a mid to guarantee the kill. Renata ult. Going to land on Fiora. And they're going to catch a whole lot of damage. Scout has to burn his Zonias. Will the re-engage look good? He's
They had double flash up and they got hit by this.
He is shut down. A huge fight for Death. He gets the auto he needed. Flantre is low. Gets to repost it. But it's already a second kill in for Zeka. What DRX needed may have been found. And he's got to stack up the red. He's got to stack it and stack it and pull it. And it's not gonna happen. 3-0. DRX are back.
3세트 그 상대가 저희 팀 억제기 앞에서 한 30분경쯤 그때 저희가 한타를 한 번 이기면서 이제 그때부터 이제 그 시리즈의 경기 이제 흐름 자체가 저희 쪽으로 많이 넘어왔다 생각했는데
Scout left alone, trying to clear waves, but DRX are 3v1.
DRX do not falter, they do not give up, and they stand
back when you made the minion invulnerable.
in the face of the reigning world champions. They will bring us to another game, and they will take down EDG.
나또 옥상에 나올 줄 알았어.
Damn, Deft had trauma from the inhibitor.
스코어 자체는 2대1인데 저희가 느낄 때는 진짜 3대0으로 우리가 이기고 있다고 싶을 정도로 저희가 더 잘한다고 느꼈거든요. 그래서 되게 재밌게 했던 것 같아요, 그냥.
DRX stave off elimination here.
Bro, when I'm seeing all, do you guys remember this Worlds? This was like the COVID Worlds where a bunch of teams just got like insanely sick, and you had to play with like your teammates off stage. It was so weird.
They're gonna have to do it 2 more times if they want to stay alive in Worlds.
Like, dude, it's just so crazy that teams had to compete with like 4 people on the stage and then 1 person is on comms like in some room somewhere else. That shit is insane to me.
재밌네. 우리는 항상 이렇게 올라왔어.
우리 저희 패까지 한 적 없는 것 같은데 그래도.
Remember RNG, bro? Do you remember watching Gala? Think about how depressed Gala normally looks, and now just imagine how depressed Gala looked when in between his depression, he was just coughing up a lung every single time. Just coughing up a fucking lung just on camera, bro. RNG looked so dead. I remember the exact game. It was in the tiebreaker against Genji. Go watch the Genji versus RNG tiebreaker game and look at the fucking players.
맞는데 사실 두 번째 판 이긴 거니까 지금 8승승이야.
답 좀 순조롭다 많이.
맞는데 사실 두 번째 판 이긴 거니까
이거 나잘 크면 못 막아. 답 좀
아무래도 좀 다전제 경기나 좀 불리한 경기나 저희가 되게 어려운 상황에 놓였을 때 결국에 우리는 끝에는 승자였단 말이에요. 이제 저도 체력에 자신 있고 이제 제카도 체력에 자신 있어가지고 저희가 장기전에 좀 유리하지 않나.
TP back in for Zeka to make this push
one that ends the game. Has to burn a stopwatch. Stays alive with a Jeja low. Attack again by King and Flandre.
야 잡았어. 야 바로 끝내.
Bailout back.
야 더블.
They've killed off Scout. They've killed off Mako. They'll kill off Viper. They'll kill off everybody. And this Nexus is not going to be saved. They're going to take it far. And DRX bring up the silver screen.
Doubters being down. DRX is here to compete.
뭐야? 뭐냐? 혁규 형 생일 파티 아니야 이거? 소리야. 나 그런 거 같은데? 와, 겁나 웅장하다 이.
Only the top player. They got a summoner spell. Viper attack. Stays alive. Double stun. Death will not fall. Zeka will not allow it.
And this was maybe one of the biggest individual chokes I've seen out of a top tier player in League of Legends ever. Scout got solo killed 4 times in this game by Zeka and was like 4 or 5 levels down at a point. I think he was maybe got solo killed 5 times and was 4 levels down, something like that. In a matchup that was considered winning for Akali. Like you'd pick Akali into Silas. It's considered Akali favored in the lane phase. And he got solo killed a million times and just like Zeka completely shot on him.
With the quadra kill in his first ever world championship and on his back.
Zeka overperformed. I think was the most impressive of the entire tournament. Like it was really, really impressive to see.
DRX march for the Nexus.
Scout was by COVID too. I think Scout was one of the people that was on stage. I remember Flandre. I thought Flandre was the only one that wasn't on stage. Like he just had COVID, so he's like playing this series from a back room somewhere.
First up, happy birthday, Def.
생일 축하드립니다.
Secondly, Def, it's been 2,942 days since you made the last semifinal. What does it mean to finally be back?
Huge. Bro, look at these motherfuckers. I just found the thing of Genji versus RNG. Bro, look at fucking Gala, man. This guy looks like a fucking wreck. Look at him. Like, bro, what the f? They got completely railed by COVID. Jesus, man.
안 울려고 했는데 갑자기 눈물이 나가지고
Damn, what a moment. Bro, he was just like, so if you don't know the context for this, he realized that he was going to have to play with Pioshik in semifinals and finals of Worlds after this. So that's why he's so upset. But he was strong, bro. He was able to get through it. He was like, man, I'm going to have to keep on playing with Pioshik for 2 more series. I was just hoping it was over today.
우선 이번 롤드컵 이제 시작하기 전에도 이제 목표가 좀 개인적으로 우승을 못하더라도 좀 나아가고 있다는 기분을 받고 싶은 거였는데 8강이라는 벽을 넘은 날이 생일이었고 또 그렇게 많은 분들한테 축하를 받으니까 그냥 그날 하루만큼은 내가 이 세상에서 제일 행복한 사람이구나 그런 생각했던 것 같아요.
Happy birthday.
Damn. Wait, I remember this cake looked like really good. It was like a cookies and cream one or something. Oh, no. That cake looks like it would be a fucking good-ass cake, no? Cakes like this, ooh, they hit. Atlanta. Bro, they had semifinals in Atlanta? Damn, esports winner, what the f?
저는 알고 있었는데 일부러 따로 말하면 안 돼요.
연습량이 그렇게 많진 않거든요. 사실 월즈 기간 내에는 저희는 거의 팀 연습만 하고 남는 시간은 거의 휴식을 취했었는데 다른 팀들과 다르게 그 연습 방식도 저는 되게 중요했다고 생각해요.
T1은 예전부터 최강의 팀이었잖아요. 2013년부터 해서 롤드컵 우승만 3번 거뒀고 또 페이커라는 또 이 업계를 통틀어서 최고의 선수를 보유하고 있는 팀이고
I think T1 was a better team at Worlds. I think individually, if you look at the players, if you look at the mechanical execution, if you look at how they play the game in many ways, I think they were the best team at Worlds.
페이커 선수도 꺾이지 않는 마음을 가진 선수라고 생각해요. 왜냐하면
If you look at T1,
이 업계를 통틀어서 페이커라는 또 이 업계를 통틀어서 최고의 선수를 보유하고 있는
Thank you for the wait. Holy fuck! Wait, how many was that?
Was a better team.
Wait, that was a 50, bro. Hold up, we got an Oiler. Damn, we got an Oiler. Okay, respect. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. We got a 50.
I think individually, if you look at the players, if you look at the mechanical execution, if you look at how they play the game in many ways, I think they were the best team at Worlds.
페이커 선수도 꺾이지 않는 마음을 가진 선수라고 생각해요. 왜냐하면 데프트 선수는 롤드컵 우승을 하지 못했고 가지지 못한 것을 향해 달려왔잖아요. 근데 페이커 선수는 모든 걸 다 이뤘어요. 이미 최고의 자리에 올라봤고 롤드컵 우승도 3번이나 거뒀어요. 근데 그 상황에서 목말라서 계속해서 달려가고 있다? 저는 그게 더 힘든 일이라고 생각해요. 내가 가지지 못한 게 없는데 끊임없이 계속 갈구하는 거잖아요, 우승을. 정말 페이커 선수도 꺾이지 않는 마음을 가진 선수라고 생각해요. 그래서 정말 멋있는 선수인 것 같고.
Oh my god, you remember the Kanavi back-to-back World Semifinals Game 4 Belveths. Oh! It's tough. He ran it in both. Look at that disgusting build, bro. Look at that disgusting Belveth build. Hold up. This guy had a Sunfire as his mythic item with Blade of the Ruined King. Ew. That is horrible.
Back to the finals for the first time in 5 years, and a team full of homegrown, home-scouted talent, and a stomping Game 4 over JDG.
An unbelievable performance from T1. This team fell short in the finals of LCK Summer, and there were question marks.
너 T1 걱정하고 있냐 지금? 우리가 졌을 때랑 이겼을 때를 상상하고 있었어. 졌을 땐 그냥 끝이고 이겼을 때는 또 T1을 만나는데
그래, 원래 우승이란 게 그런 거야. 제일 잘해야 할 수 있는 게 우승이야. 오늘은 못해. 다 이겨야 하는 게 우승이고. 결승이잖아, 심지어.
그리고 또 카메라 앞이라고 명언 제조기 하네.
Are Are you ready for one final battle on the road to San Francisco? It's a David and Goliath face-off. Give it up for Gen.G and DRX!
The Gen.G semifinals win to me was where I actually was like, okay.
I mean, all of these teams have to feel like this was such an insane missed opportunity. EDG, Gen.G, and T1 all probably feel, the players probably feel like, man, this is a free chance to at least advance past the round we're in. Like, who knows what would have happened if EDG went versus Gen.G? Who knows what would have happened if Gen.G played against T1? But like, this team was never supposed to be able to win these games.
DRX can win.
And especially if you remember how these series opened, it felt like DRX was the worst team in the earlier games. It wasn't fearless or anything, by the way. It wasn't like, oh man, but then the champions got taken away. No, it was just straight up. Other teams walked into the series, murdered them game one, and then DRX would just be able to like come back. I mean, personally, it's like, just imagine with stomping game one super hard and then throwing game two and then losing to like a team like, for example, like Shopify or something. Like, it's just crazy, no?
I didn't think they were going to, but I thought Gen.G was really going to completely bop them, and then they beat them 3-1. Gen.G in summer was the best team because they played well, but also the meta was perfect for them. It was just everything went well for them.
Stepping back, flying brief moment. They're gonna force it. They get it. Stepping in. The carries are so strong. Doran goes into the meat grinder, and he is taken.
He lost to Palafox, and it's like Palafox dropped the solo kill. Like, he just played like Palafox, and we still lost. Hell yeah.
Years ago, Def fell to his sister team in Samsung White, but today, in the face of insurmountable odds, he stands tall. The last dance
Bro, Chovy and Ruler, bro, they were losing to Pioshik. It's impossible.
It is one final chapter. It is one more page in the legacy of Deft. He has one chance to kill the king, and today he did not miss. And the king is waiting in the World Finals. Gen.G.
Like, I can't, bro. Like, I can't.
Shocked.
I don't know, bro. It's my fault. Honestly, I just hate Pioshik. I don't know why. Like, he just pisses me off, bro. The Naruto run, just the Kindred stuff, the way he plays again. I don't know. Like, I'm just a fucking hater. I can't do anything about it. I swear to God, I can't do anything about it. Like, I just have like some anger in me. It's a me problem. It really just is a me problem. I just hate him. I can't not hate him.
And for one moment, the world stops spinning. The sun refuses to set on the dreams of Deft in what could be his final year. He has one shot.
But after they beat Gen.G, like, it was very obvious that the team.
It's like, I wasn't even like a Gen.G fan or anything back then. There was no reason. Like, it's honestly better for me if DRX wins that. But like, I just can't take. I can't take it, bro. I don't know what to say.
Was good enough, and I was very, very wrong in my assessment.
You hate everyone? I mean, that is kind of true. I mean, that is actually a good point. I do hate everyone.
And I was very happy to be wrong.
결승까지 갈 거라는 생각을 확신을 가진 적은 없었기 때문에 사실 좀 믿기지 않는 마음이 가장 컸었고요. 사실 단기간에 이렇게 올라갈 거라고 생각은 하고 있지는 않았어요. 확실히 롤드컵이 정말 좀 무서운 것 같아요. 그 성장 경험치를 약간 버닝 이벤트 하듯이 굉장히 좀 성장 경험치를 좀 많이 얻게 되어서 롤드컵이란 경험이 이 친구들한테 좀 알을 깨게 나오게 한.
Like, bro, I see like the current like meta on Twitch where I'm just nostalgic about everything. I guess that's just how old people feel. They're like, yep, things were better back in the day.
Yeah, like real.
I'm like, Twitch was better in 2016 when people used to game on this website and do normal stuff before it became like shitty reality TV. That's how I feel about everything. I don't know.
Best friends, nice and close.
I see like all the AI shit that's coming. I'm like, I don't like it. I like stuff before the AI. I'm just an unk.
우선 페이커 선수랑은 이제 어떻게 보면 같은 고등학교를 나오고 같은 시즌 데뷔를 해서 같은 출발선에서 출발을 했는데 이제 페이커 선수가 항상 저보다 많이 앞서 나가서
I can see the new age, the TikTok, the skibbity Riz shit, and I'm just, it hurts to even say that shit. Like, I hate it so much. I'm just old. I just hate everything.
일단 데프트 선수랑 예전에는 아무래도
같은 나이기도 하고
Mid 2000s.
좀 같은 고등학교다 보니까
2010 internet.
그래도 어느 정도는 아는 사이였지만 지금은 사실 그때와 시간이 너무 많이 흘렀고 아무래도 경쟁자 입장에서 오랫동안 생활을 하다 보니까
좀처럼 따라잡을 기회가 없었는데 이번에 결승에서 그동안 당했던 거를 좀 복수할 수 있는 좋은 기회가 생긴 것 같고 월즈라는 기간 동안 항상 이 세상이 나 없이 잘
Bro,
돌아.
I'm surprised that Faker is actually that much taller than Deft. Kind of crazy. How tall is Faker? Like 7'5"?
월즈라는 기간 동안 항상 이 세상이 나 없이 잘 돌아가는구나.
Crazy seeing them stand
나는
next to
이
each other.
세상의 주인공이 아니구나. 이거를 되게 직접적으로 몸으로 느끼는 시간들이었거든요. 근데 올해만큼은 뭔가 내가 세상의 중심이 된 것 같고 세상이 나를 포함해서 돌아가는구나 이게 느껴져서 너무 좋았던 것 같아요.
Okay, cool. Let's roll camera. Ready, Daniel? Ready. Camera. Action.
아 진짜 꼴찌에서 여기까지 올라왔구나 우리가 하면서 그런 생각들을 제일 많이 했던 것 같아요.
What did he say? I thought I had during Worlds was
그런 생각들을 제일 많이 했던 것 같아요.
DRX going from play-ins and being one of the weaker teams, even in the LCK, making it to the World's Finals is the most unexpected story in 10 years of competitive League of Legends.
TRX가 확실히 그 플레이인부터 굉장히 좋은 경기력으로 올라온 것을 저희가 확인했고 비록 좀 평가가 낮은 팀이긴 하지만 저희는 이번 결승전 때 절대 방심하지 않고 강팀이라고 생각하고 있고.
Bro, this is the real story. This is a story that should have been told more. Is like the impressive part about T1 becoming this team that is like they rise to the occasion and it's like, oh, they're always good at Worlds. That like people say they're always good at Worlds. They were good at the last two Worlds. The thing before was that they were chokers, and specifically Faker had a really bad finals and Zeus had a really bad finals. So the solo lanes were underperforming heavily in these moments. Faker also had a pretty bad, like, I don't know if you guys remember MSI this year, 2022, Game 5, he played Ari into Lissandra, Xiaohu's Lissandra. Xiaohu completely ran that game, like Game 5 of an MSI. That was the Jin Yumi game as well. It's like this team had this like nervous defensive choke energy, and then they were able to transform into a team that played freely in these big moments, which gave them an advantage over other teams in big games. Like that's a great story that should be told the way that it happened, as opposed to like this Faker's always clutch at Worlds, you know, T1's always good at Worlds forever. It's like, no, they weren't, and then they became good. That's the impressive part. But yeah, anyways, I'll stop giving like actual context. I'll just
준비할 예정입니다.
이번
let's just watch T1 win Worlds here.
저희가 그냥 무난하게 3대 0으로 이기지 않을까 생각하고 있습니다.
저는 3대 0으로 이길 거라고 생각합니다.
I thought it was going to be like 3-0. I thought it was going to be 3-0, maybe 3-1. Even just imagine how game 1 went. I mean, especially from their perspective, the bot lane was so much better for T1, which is why I'm going to lose my mind with the narratives, which is why it's like even more ridiculous that people rate Beryl over Keria all time. Because in the finals, where Beryl won his second finals with his second team, Keria just murdered him in lane every fucking game. Like they got bodied. Defton and Beryl could not lane against these guys the entire time, and they won elsewhere because Kingen Aatrox was just like solo killing Zeus Gwen. It's like, what the Kingen is just shitting on Zeus. Aatrox is pretty fucking strong.
저도 3대 0 예측하고 있습니다.
저는 3대 0으로 이기길 기대하고 있습니다.
아무래도 제가 이제 학교를 일찍 그만두고 프로를 되게 일찍 시작했는데 뭔가 이게 웃기긴 한데 이 게임을 저는 그만두기 위해서
utterly trashed that year. Yeah, Keria was really bad, bro.
월즈를 우승하려고 하고 있거든요. 이 월즈를 우승한다면은 제가 정말 오랫동안 좋아하고 사랑했던 이 게임을 미련 없이 그만두고
All right, fellas, kick ass.
것을
내가 결승에 온 건가 사실 이게 맞나? 체감도 잘 안 되는데 이제 막상 딱 결승 당일이 되고 트로피가 앞에 있으니까 내가 진짜 다 왔구나 그런 느낌을 받았던 것 같아.
Will now be making their way to the stage as we get ever closer to our first match of the day.
Oh, absolutely.
저도 돼. 지금 다음 시즌 잘하면 돼.
형 다음 시즌 있어?
전혀 위로가 되지 않아. 잘해보자. 급하게 하지 말고.
안 즐거운 사람 없지? 없습니다.
Here we go then, on to Summoner's Rift for game 1 of the World's Finals.
Draft. Okay, we'll get into the draft. We'll finish this after. Bro, I'm like rewatching. Like, I remember rewatching these games because I'm like, wait, am I just ill or like, are the narratives just wrong? Bro, this was like every game. They're just losing bot lane in this game. Then they go top to try to make a play. Keria is here when they're making this play. Beryl is here. Keria is here. Keria is level 6. They answer this play. They go back bot lane. They just won bot lane every single game. They go back bot lane here. Look at this, bro. Look at what Keria is doing, bro. You're telling me this guy that's 2 levels up now as well because they're just completely gapping bot lane hits this? Like, come on, bro. Stopwatch. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Keep on watching. Watch the other games, bro. Watch these games. Watch these games again with a clear mind and tell me you think Beryl actually outperformed Keria in this series. Like, tell me that. Tell me that. And I'll agree with you because that's what everyone believes.
Faker ready to join in, but Beryl's made his way into the fight. Owner jumps in. It's secured by DRX. Now the fight breaks out. POC coming right back in. T1 with a lot of moves. Zeka tries to get the kill. And here comes the end. Zeus looks for Q3. Zeka goes in with a storm of zero ulti, but it ain't gonna do a whole lot. They still got a little bit of damage. Will find the fight and find
they got slaughtered in game 1.
win in game 1. Will find
They got completely slaughtered in game 1.
일단 첫 판은 져도 된다. 첫 판은 이거는 상대방의 성향을 알아보기 위한 뱀픽이다. 우리가 1세트 상대의 성향을
the
보고
coaches told
2세트는
them that game 1 is okay to lose. Just lose game 1 on purpose so we can see what the enemy team does. And then from there, we're going to make a winning draft so you guys can win the other games. Based.
무조건 이기는 뱀픽으로 짜오겠다라는 그런 확신이 있었어요. 저희가 느끼기에.
깔끔하긴 하네. 괜찮아. 처음에 사고가 좀 많았다.
사실 건희 형은 되게 신기한 게 큰 무대를 가도 비슷해요. 뭔가 항상 사람이 비슷한데 그 형이 좀 결승 무대도 많이 가보고 뭔가 되게 게임할 때 되게 일관적이다? 그래서 뭔가 좀 대단했다? 좀 대단하다고 생각이 들더라고요.
위로 대놓고 가면 리신도 이렇게
여기
이렇게
아니지 이게 리신 못 지우는 게 여기 비에고랑 여기 사일 있을 텐데 얘도 이거 지우려면 쌀 지금 올려주니까 펠 빼고 막 이런 거 좋아?
근데 할만해.
Okay, the Beryl goading it up. Never mind, the narratives are defeated. He's the GOAT.
Yone just teasing. There's a Camille Fear. I think that's the direction the King will go in. There's a Heimerdinger as well for Beryl once again. I think they were scared of giving that over to Keria on 3 and not having an answer in terms of having a pushing lane.
하이머딩거도 그렇고 바드도 그렇고 못하는 챔프가 없어가지고 건희 형은 그
I mean,
부분에서
he can't
저희가
play like the other champs, right? Like he can't. He can play the weird champs, but he can't play the normal champs well. That's the issue.
되게 이점이 많았다고 생각을 해요, 뱀픽적으로.
And for Beryl, it was his Heimer. Yes, Heimer support. Many games that he played. And in general, for Beryl, just to pick and ban in the knockout.
This is the game he was down 2 levels and they lost lane. Let's tell the story.
A huge voice in that.
The real
he's very
story.
vocal about what he thinks.
Man, oh man, it is not the start that DRX wanted in game number 2. Beautifully played from T1 in that topside skirmish.
That when it comes to like really strong, we're gonna win mentality, I think T1 up until the finals was actually the best example of this because they were starting minute 1, they would go in, right? Because they're like, we're better, we're going to win. And DRX had a stronger spirit, but in a different form, where they were like, we don't have to We just need to make the one. We just need to find the one way.
Make the one
not
good play.
The fast way.
Beryl is such a legend. I'm just going to say it right now. 3 finals appearances. This grenade across the top to land onto Owner to get at the first kill. I think a Mikhails came out from Carrier there on top of a cleanse. They were focusing so much on Gumayushi. Keep your eyes on Beryl. This guy's 30% HP on Heimerdinger just walking up to T1. Baits them into him. Forces Zeus to flash to try to get the kill on the gap close. And then they turn it into another kill. Another tower. Look how much confidence this player is playing with.
Inhibitor respawning game. You can come back to anything.
Whoa! I love Beryl. Doesn't even know he's there.
Chad.
But it's Deft who shoots the arrow onto Faker, gets the initial kill.
Nah, Cajal has done irreparable damage to Carrier's legacy with these narratives.
The victor is down, the rest of the RX can clean up, and with that one single window.
Cajal loves Beryl. He has him like top 3 all time.
Trying to do it, trying to save it, but no! DRX rise to the occasion, and they will tie this series.
They lose the soul, but they win the game. DRX clutch it out.
Oh my god, that game was clawed back by T1.
하하하. 감점 잡히지 않니?
야 근데 전판 이렇게 실수했는데 이겼어 우리.
근데 감 잡았어.
감 잡혔어.
스토리 써시라고 했어부터. 야 우리 첫 판 지고 두 번째 판.
야 웃어 털렁.
첫 판 지고 두 번째 판 이기니까 느낌 이거잖아.
Still at 3,000 HP.
아 풀러 가자. 탐나가자.
Death dives next. Gumayushi just stole. Kingen trying to frontline this, but T1 knows what they gotta go for. They're looking for the Nexus. They'll take it down, and T1 are on match point. They'll take it down. T1 knows what they go for. They're looking for the Nexus. They'll take it down, and knows what they gotta go for. Death dives next. Gumayushi just stole.
I just want to see the status of bot lane when this game ends.
Frontline this, but T1 knows what they gotta go for. They're looking for the next.
Okay. Yes. Zika was the problem.
They'll take it down, and T1 are on match point. I cannot believe it. Twice in a row.
3세트 때 상대팀이 막 이겼었는데 막 게임 끝나고 나서 막 환호 지르면서 서로 껴안고 막 난리를 치더라고요. 그때 그거 보면서 진짜 막 이양무고 다음 판 무조건 이긴다 생각했었는데.
Coming into game number 4, T1 leads us 2-1.
They do 1 win away from lifting the trophy, 1 win away from winning the world championship.
근데 LOL이라는 게임이 예전보다 훨씬 복잡해졌다고 저는 생각을 해요. 예전에는 한 명이서도 충분히 캐리가 가능한 게임이었다면 이제 5명이서 어떻게 유기적으로 움직이느냐가 가장 중요한 게임이 됐다고 생각을 하거든요.
Faker's going in. Smoke is ready. Zeka getting himself back. Owner's taken low. They're ready to keep the fight going. Kingen charges forward, but now Zeus is looking for Pioche. The killing
we need the subtitles. Hold on. I turned off the subtitles.
근데
Game number 4.
다음 판 무조건 껴안고 막 난리를 보면서 진짜 막 이양무고 다음 판 무조건 이긴다
Bro, they should just have
생각했었는데.
subtitles in the video because the problem is that it's like since they don't actually put subtitles in the video. I mean, they're posting it on the English YouTube, right? Like the official YouTube, which is all in English. I feel like they should have subtitles in the video so you don't have to turn on closed captions and turn it off all the time.
T1 leads us 2-1.
They do 1 win away from lifting the trophy, 1 win away from winning the world championship.
근데 LOL이라는 게임이 예전보다 훨씬 복잡해졌다고 저는 생각을 해요. 예전에는 한 명이서도 충분히 캐리가 가능한 게임이었다면 이제 5명이서 어떻게 유기적으로 움직이느냐가 가장 중요한 게임이 됐다고 생각을 하거든요.
Faker's going in. Smoke is ready. Zeka getting himself back. Owner's taken low. They're ready to keep the fight going. Kingen charges forward, but now Zeus is looking for Pioche. The killing spree for the jungler of DRX. There's the follow-up. T1 trying to stay together. Hostile takeover finds Faker. T1 are corralled in the back of the pit, and it's DRX.
싸움으로 보자. 야 이거 싸움. 야 궁쓸게. 야 레나타 피가 너무 안 좋아. 아 괜찮아. 야 이거 아칼리 볼게. 봐도 될 때? 아칼리. 까비 우리 거기 안 돼. 빠져봐. 내 쪽 빠져. 야 잡았어. 나 아직.
DRX는 그런 부분에서 아주 좋은 모습을 보여줬던 것 같아요. 정말 좋은 호흡. 이게 팀이구나 라는 생각이 들 정도로 롤드컵에서만큼은 그런 모습을 제대로 보여준 것 같아요.
나이스 나이스. 야 맞은 것 같은데? 오빠 가야지. 오빠 가자.
We make the full game.
One game to decide it all. Faker and Deft combined have played over 2,000 games, and it's gonna come down to one. The King is looking vulnerable. T1 was on match point, but DRX never failed to beat the odds.
The goat versus the alpaca. It all comes down to this.
Deft really does have one bullet in the chamber to kill the King now. One game to do it. T1 will have blue side. They'll select the stronger side in the 100.
커트를 대치를 해. 내 아이디어로 말해볼게. 대치하다가 아지르가 무서운 게 사거리가 긴데 들어가면 럭스피해 받고 뒤지잖아. 바루스는 포킹하고 바루스 궁이랑 그냥 아지르가 들어가서 그냥 넘기면 될 것 같은데.
Okay. Coaching?
아니면 쏘라카.
나는 이 승부수가 가장
승부수 하나 던져야 될 수
이게
있네.
제일 높게
야 삼수 형 믿어 그냥 가자. 가자.
책임져.
몰라?
Take all responsibility if we lose, okay? Base.
어렵겠다라고 생각하는 점에 부딪히면 망설임이 생기는데 그 망설임을 조금이라도 더는 게 가장 현명하다고 생각했어요. 그래서 제가 너흰 즐겁게 해라. 내가 다 책임질 테니까 하자.
아 여기까지 왔네.
Game 5.
And now they stand in the face of the Titans of League with only one game separating them from crowning the World Championship.
I don't know if the people at home can hear this, but as the T1
노틸 할래 바드 할래 그냥 거기 정해라. 노틸 할까? 노틸한 게 낫지 않아? 근데 바드도 각도 엄청 예쁘긴 해 이거. 난 바드 한번 해볼까? 그러면
Is it Bard?
Damn. Damn. I mean, okay, so there's two immobile carries, so that makes Bard good, but this lane looks fucking miserable, bro. You're playing Caitlyn, essentially 1v2 in lane, into Varus Karma. That seems impossible.
Is he gonna go for the Bard in game 5? Yes! I love this guy's confidence. Beryl doesn't give a crap.
He's got a run of the map now, baby.
데프트 선수는 조금 더 큰 그림을 본 것 같더라고요. 그때 T1의 뱀픽이 바루스, 빅토르와 같은 대부분이 뚜벅이 챔피언들이었고 이제 거기서 바드의 궁극기로 창출할 수 있는 변수들이 워낙 많았기 때문에 데프트 선수가 라인전에서의 손해를 조금은 감수하더라도 바드 픽을 선택하도록 한 거죠. 그 부분에서 데프트 선수가 나 자신이 아니라
The thing is, it's like if you're not planning on picking something that is strong in the lane, I feel like picking Caitlyn makes no sense.
팀을 생각하는 방향으로 변했지 않나라고 생각을 해요.
Want to pressure down this mid tower. DRX not a lot of wave clear to respond.
Barrel's getting locked down, but he gets away. Lots more damage pouring in, but not enough to kill him just yet. PO6 coming around from the side. Kingan's on the flank now too. They're waiting on the TP to come in. Golayushik trying to get away.
Nobody gets the engage to break.
솔직히 그때 분위기 자체가 이제 결승전 5세트라서
I honestly, Pioshik is in a decent spot this game. Wait, where was the Bard ult? Or there wasn't even a Bard ult. Wait, where did Bard ult?
Down this mid tower. DRX not a lot of wave clear to respond.
Barrel's
okay, he ulted.
locked down, but he gets away.
I heard the ult. I thought he ulted mid turret. He has no ult now. He baited them.
Lots more damage pouring in, but not enough to kill him just yet. PO6 coming around from the side. Kingan's on the flank now too. They're waiting on the TP to come in. Golayushik trying to get away.
Nobody gets the engage to break.
솔직히 그때 분위기 자체가 이제 결승전 5세트라서 진짜 이 발언만 먹으면 우승할 수 있다는 그런 진짜 안일한 생각 때문에 솔직히 선수 모두가 그때 발언 칠 때 아무 말도 안 했었거든요.
Hurting them in. T1 didn't find a response. Kuma, can he steal it? Kuma will have to fire
They lose an objective that any other team, they'd be like, it's over. Like we lost the Baron, we lost the Dragon, we lost the Elder. It's done. And they would just be like, well, that sucks, guys. Let's move on. Well, we'll get him next time. And then because of that, they had so much resilience, and especially because they played so many games in the knockouts of Worlds, I think that was, to me, the biggest thing that set them apart.
That was a Pioshik I hate you man moment.
Secured. T1's jungle. T1's going to the base. They're going to the Nexus. Can they do it in time? Kingen comes back. Elder Drake at the ready. But what can he do? Q3. No damage.
Damn Kingen. Damn Kingen.
The execute. Zeus is down. DRX. Hold on. Kingen.
끝난 것 같은데? 끝났는데? 제발 한 번만 제발
트와 인간 김혁규를 비교했을 때 예전에는 둘이 많이 다르다고 생각을 했었는데 지금은 둘이
Bro, I'll be honest, when he said this, I was like, who the f is that? Who is... I don't even want to pronounce it because I feel like I'll just sound racist or some shit. But I was like, who the f is that? Who are we comparing him to?
네, 예전에는 둘이 많이 다르다고 생각을 했었는데 지금은 둘이 똑같은 것 같아. 처음에만 했어도 그냥 제가 생각했을 때 이상적인 게이머를 만들려고 게임하는 기계처럼 살려고 했었는데 최근에는 그냥 제가 기계가 아니라는 걸 인정하고
The Cinderella story! DRX are pushing in!
DRX will march forward. Keria wants to hit the wave. Kingen goes into the world.
I wanted to say QQ, but it sounded like fucked up in my head when I said it.
They have been discounted. They have been dismissed. But DRX are
crazy.
2022 world champions.
Damn, crazy. Bro, the Keria moment here was like, it's tough to watch.
몸이 그냥 자기 맘대로 막 움직였거든요. 저는 원래 막 경기를 이기고
Beryl made Keria cry? No, it was Zeus and Faker that made Keria cry.
쏘면서 환호를 하지 않는데 그 순간에 그냥 갑자기 몸이 헤드셋을 집어 던지고 일단 그냥 점프해서 막 뛰어다녔던 것 같아요. 근데 저도 정확히 그 기분이 어떤 기분인지는 잘 모르겠어요.
Damn. Huge.
그냥 몸이 너 빨리 뛰어 하고 그래서 막 뛰어다녔던 것 같아요.
The group of friends that made the miracle run. The mentality of diamonds. Untiltable, unassailable. DRX world champions. No fourth seed had even made it to finals, let alone winning the world championship.
Oh my god.
No, look at this.
Oh my god.
Pioshik is so... Oh my god. Look at Shizuke. Listen to Shizuke, bro. Listen to Shizuke. God, I hate this shit. Listen to Shizuke's laugh, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. The Pioshik I hate.
Oh my god.
Fucking Shizuke. Pioshik is so... Oh my god. Oh man. Oh man. That's crazy. Holy f.
The group of friends that made the miracle run. The mentality of diamonds. Untiltable, unassailable.
Oh, God.
DRX world champions. No fourth seed had even made it to finals, let alone winning the world championship.
One of the greatest finals in League of Legends history.
저도 제 제일 밑바닥에서 우승을 한 사람이니까 그래도 그분들한테도 진짜 본인 스스로만 믿으면 뭐든지 할 수 있다 약간 이런 말도 해주고 싶습니다.
롤이라는 게임은 저한테 있어서
I mean, you could also just believe in yourself, have a lot of confidence, try your hardest, and then just fail, and then end up depressed and realize that you're just inferior to other human beings. I mean, that could also happen. Not speaking from experience or anything, but just saying.
인간으로서도 저를
You could put your everything into trying to beat Shopify and then lose to Shopify. You know, it could happen. It could happen.
발전시켜줬고 또
Like, it probably won't, but like, it could.
제가 가지고 있는 모든 걸 다 만들어준 게임이어서 저한테는 되게 없어서는 안 될 게임이었던 것 같아요.
After their win at Worlds, the team is disbanded, which is actually the best thing possible for that team. Because if they would have stayed together, they just would have been like still the 6th best team in Korea, and then they just wouldn't have made Worlds the previous year. It would have just been depressing.
젓갈 같은 거 없나? 짜고 그냥 바로 날개 잡힌 거 아니야? 아 진짜.
Huge, the video. Man, what a video. What a video. What a time. I wouldn't go in a fucking helicopter. I'm scared of that shit. I probably would, actually. But still, I don't think I would like it. Big, big.